say that like that.
Hey,
Please.
man. Hey, I'm a Ninja Turtles fan. Okay, I will ooze wherever I like.
This one drink that's not even bad, you won't drink, and I'm confused. I am in anger.
Good for you guys. I don't watch a lot of movies. I go outside. Okay?
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Too Many Words podcast. This is episode 100.
You are not close enough to the microphone.
I'm not?
No.
Well, 1 second. How's that?
It's better.
Is better? Okay, cool. It is episode 124. Isn't that crazy, Jordan?
Very.
But not only is it just any other episode for 124, what are we doing today, Jordan?
Yeah, we are looking back at 2024.
Yeah. You alright?
I'm tired, dude.
Yeah, we're both really tired. See, the hustle and bustle of the holidays, it's the 23rd. It is, what's the date and time?
This is 9:19 p.m. on December 23rd, 2024.
On a Monday night. I miss Raw every single week for you people listening, watching. That's crazy. But anyways.
Well, we're supposed to start recording on Sundays here soon, so.
Yeah, that'll be good. Who cares about church? Wrestling is important. I'm kidding. We don't record in the morning ever. Remember that one time we recorded in the morning for a Brit?
Yeah, it was awful.
It was not. The earliest we ever recorded was like 10 a.m.
Awful.
Anyways, yeah, we're doing a year in review. But yes, we're both exhausted. I think I've sensed that I'm going to get sick again. I don't know. It was a throat thing, and now it's a nose thing. Maybe I'm just congested right now. But, yeah, we're going to get through this as best as we can and deliver for the third year in a row our year in review. Jordan, you excited?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Do you remember what things we set up to do from last year?
Nope.
See, I remember last year's expectations episode. We called it Busting Down Doors in 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah. What doors do we bust? How much did we bust in the
Convention
2024?
doors.
We busted a lot of convention doors. Well, I think we'll cover those when we get to it, to be honest. When we go through our highlights. Jordan and I, for the second year in a row, we have written down all the things that stood out from this past year, and we have organized it by month. I have failed my personal movie goal, unless I have a really busy last week of the year. But I have failed my personal movie goal of seeing 100 movies from the last 100 years, which is,
I completely forgot about that.
yeah, when you get broken up with, it kind of derails your life a little bit, and you kind of forget those things,
Yep.
But yeah, let's kick things off short and sweet. Jordan, what's the word of the week?
Vicissitudes.
What?
Vicissitudes. The changes and challenges that occur in the course of a life or experience.
Wow.
Resilience is essential in navigating the vicissitudes of life, adapting to unexpected twists and turns.
That can actually be really relatable to this podcast episode. All the challenges that came with 2024.
Yeah.
All the blessings that came with 2024. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But, yeah, thank you. That has been Word of the Week with Jordan. Such a cutie. But, hey, any announcements?
I don't think so.
Honestly, not really. I mean, this is probably the first episode that
It's the
comes
slow
out in
season for us.
this is the first episode that comes out in the year 2025, right?
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow, that's weird to think about. That's crazy. Well, hopefully you've had a wonderful holiday. As we've said, this is the recording on the 23rd, so our Christmases have not happened. Our New Year's have not happened. But that's not going to stop you from maybe going back to 2025 Too Many Christmases episode. It was a goodie. That was a really good goodie. Hopefully.
What?
What?
2025 Christmas's episode?
Oh, see, I'm exhausted. I'm
You
exhausted.
traveled to the future already. What the heck, man?
Yeah. But yeah, check out our Christmas bonus. Probably Simon put on a kick-ass New Year's live stream.
That reminds me, we're supposed to call Simon.
Did he want us to call him?
It seems like he wanted to be on the episode.
You could reach out to him. Do that right now. I can put in a lot of filler right now. As for announcements, yeah, I mean, not a lot. January 1st is really when I gotta hunker down and figure out everything that we want to do and announce. And this is actually like the first year where we can probably appropriately map out the entire year for when it comes to big events. Like, hey, we got 3 conventions at least confirmed. This is this date. This is that date. This is this date. I want to make a movie in April. Oh, I guess that's an announcement. I want to make a movie in April. We'll see if that happens. But yeah, stay tuned for that.
Good luck.
It's actually makes me really happy. I get to sit down and plan 2025 knowing that I have multiple film projects coming. Like we got that commercial with Misfits.
Mm-hmm.
And I got this skit with Derek.
Still gotta do the RV thing.
We still got to do the RV thing. This is Simon's fault. It's taking so long.
Yeah.
You know, all he needs is to bring home his big hat and a brown blazer, and we just got to have him read a script, and I'll figure out all the camera angles then, But anyways, yeah, let's kick things off by first saying, Jordan, what's like the biggest thing that you learned this year?
Biggest thing I learned this year. That's
Yeah, it's not what we learned this week. It's what did we learn this year? Like, what is like so gargantuanly important that you learned from this year? I definitely have an answer if you don't have one right now.
go for it.
I learned that God is like, not only do we have to be faithful to Him, not only are we encouraged to be faithful to Him, but He has faith in us. He is faithful to us. And with that, that means He is literally in our corner. He is rooting for us. He knows us. He trusts us. And that is absolutely incredible when you think about it. What did I learn this year? When you commit to God, when you commit to your Lord and Savior, like even more so. Like, yeah, I got baptized, I got saved years ago at this point, but like I believe that a walk in Christ, you have like those burst chapters where everything changes, and you gotta just have these transformations just because you're in that walk, and I firmly believe that there's like a lot of action that comes with your new seasons of your walk in Christ. And then for a while you're a little bit stagnant, a little bit still. Stillness is not that great in your walk with Christ, but I do feel like that happens occasionally. Like, oh, what's next? What's next? And then God throws a rock in our life, And yeah, the immense amount of love and joy, satisfaction, fulfillment, the endless faith that God has for me is very evident. And I definitely learned that when I finally found community in my relationship. You know, because I've always had a relationship with God. I mean, not always. But I will say that it's very fruitful this year. It's very fresh, very, very, very awesome this year. And it's just that for many years I did not have a community or friends that, you know, went to church regularly, chased Jesus as hard as I wanted to chase Jesus. And so with that, I've just learned a lot. And just so, what's the most important thing I learned this year? God's faithful to us. He's faithful to you, brother. Isn't that weird to think about?
Not really.
Like, I didn't, like, put that into a thought process until, like, I heard it when I heard it in a song at Pulse. Like, he dedicates himself to us.
Yeah.
Like, because, like, for so many years I've been so focused on us being the one of action when really he holds all action, you know? Because we have to dedicate ourselves. We have to be faithful. We have to believe and trust and all the things, you know? But he does it right back infinitely more. You know, in some things, you know, it's like, duh, like, oh yeah, of course God loves us. Of course God's there for us. But the word faithful is something that I never really put into thought. So yeah, that's what I learned this year. What about you, Jordan?
I learned a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, 365 days.
I learned a lot about myself. And I learned that I'm gonna keep it kind of short, I guess, and keep it kind of vague.
Good, because I'm long-winded.
Some scars never heal,
Ouch.
and some problems that you bury and work on can arise again. That's okay.
Yeah.
Always continue to work on yourself.
Yeah. Would you like to share with the class what scar we're talking about?
No.
Okay. That's fair. You'll tell me later when the cameras are off and our clothes are off.
What?
What?
I'm hungry.
That made you hungry? That's crazy.
No, I've been
Anyways. Oh, man. What's our next segment, sir?
I don't know.
Yeah, we are so tired. For real. This is a boring, probably like low energy episode, but it's got a lot of good content when you're listening to the words in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really excited to talk about a lot of these things. Like, just looking back.
Do we have any new Instagram followers?
Do we have any new Instagram followers? That's a great question. We haven't done that in a couple of weeks, have we?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We don't have a Get Them Lips Wet.
Yeah, we straight up don't. I mean, my water is pretty nice, but
And you were the one complaining about the cooler.
this is
and we've
this
been
is
so
this is
so
like a
irregular
different-
with that now.
This is a different type of like episode, you know, where we're just looking back, brother. What? Matter of fact, for Get Them Lips Wet segment, what's like the best drink that we had this year?
I think that Arnold Palmer Gauntlet was.
I was gonna
special.
say the same thing, brother. Check out the Arnold Palmer Gauntlet, guys. Okay, it's either episode 104 or 106, but either way, it's an absolute goodie. Where like just that's like in my top 5 favorite drinks is, you know, half and half iced tea lemonade, and we did a smorgasbord. Obviously, going off of comparisons, some of them were straight up bad, but it was fun. You know, we did it with some friends, and we made a mess in a good way, and yeah, that was quite the episode. So, yeah, that's been your get your lips wet segment. Go tune into an older episode to see us decide the best half and half drink. It was great. But when it comes to new Instagram followers, we have none. No new Instagram followers. No new friends. No new friends. Anyways, side quests.
Let's see.
Anything happened this week?
This week's been relatively boring, so...
Boring? Mine's been too jam-packed.
Well,
brother.
boring in the sense that I haven't done anything fun. I've been just flipping working, so...
Ooh. We could talk about it. What'd you get your family for Christmas?
Well, I got my grandpa a flashlight, and I got my grandma a, she does this, okay, this is a story. We can talk about this. So, back when I was younger, my grandmother, on my dad's side, did the Christmas Village thing. You know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
It's these little miniatures, the Christmas Village.
Yeah, I used to love them as a kid.
Yeah, they were one of my favorite things that she did. She would set up the coffee table in the dining room, and she would that would be her Christmas Village area. And then one of my cousins was born, and he had a tendency to not to touch things that he wasn't supposed to. And she just couldn't do it anymore. She didn't do it for probably 10, 15 years. And then last year, before Christmas, she started doing it again.
That's awesome.
She didn't tell me, but I was going to... my plan was, I bought her a Christmas Village diorama, and I was going to be like, grandmother, you're doing it again. And then I get there, and their Christmas Village is set up. I was like...
Yeah.
So I was able to open that Christmas Day with her and have her immediately put it into the Christmas Village, and that made me feel really cool, really special. This one's going to be late, sadly. I'm a little disappointed about that, but that's mostly my fault for being broke. But, you know. So I got her another Christmas Village diorama. Those things are
Heck yeah.
expensive.
Yeah, they are. People say go on Facebook Marketplace for those. Because you can get them for like a quarter of the price.
I'd believe it.
Yeah, those things, what? Mark you up anywhere between 78 to 140 bucks? Yeah, those are crazy. But, yeah, my Aunt Jen, she had a little Christmas Village kind of decor when I was a kid growing up. I'd love to have my own if I get my own space, but I feel like it's not like a great apartment space. Like, when I get my own home, I'd love to get pretty creative with something
definitely.
like that, you know. I don't know, maybe, hopefully I'll have a wife that's really into that too.
Yeah.
Like, God, bring me a wife that's into the Christmas Village stuff, you know?
Yep.
But, let's see. Side quests for me. We could talk about it right now.
Oh, what's he doing here?
So this is what I bought my mom and my sister. I'm so sick of the Isaac doesn't care about his mom allegations from his mom. So this is in Snoop Dogg Christmas wrapping. This is my sister's gift. I wrapped it already because it was tiny and easy. It's earbuds. So Sydney can plug in some earbuds when the kids are being too loud, you know. That was my thought process on it. It's like, hey, Sydney probably deserves some peace sometimes, you know, and she's playing on her phone a lot. She could probably just pop in some earbuds. And so, this is the cool thing that I got my mom. The actual thing is in the box that I actually just threw. But I ordered a Amazon Echo for my mother. I have no clue how an Echo works. I don't know how different it is from an Alexa. Do you know the difference between an Echo and an Alexa?
So Alexa is the assistant name.
Okay.
The Echo is the device.
So it's like a
They're the same thing. No, they're
but
not.
this
There's
is like
not two different
a
things.
model.
Well, that's a stand.
Well, we're not talking about this in particular. An Echo is like the model. Then.
Yeah.
In like Alexa is like the brand name. Kind of like Ford F-150. F-150 is the model.
Yeah.
Something like that?
Well, it's more like the Google things. They're called Google Homes, but the assistant is just Google.
Okay.
An Echo is the Google Home. Alexa is the Google.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So I'm getting my mom an Amazon Echo, in which I don't know how she's gonna take it, to be honest. I honestly like that is way too many to be honest in a row. Sorry. But Tyrion might actually use it more than her.
Yeah.
the way I think about it, like he's so technologically inclined compared to her.
Yeah.
Like he'll probably just be like, "Hey Alexa, play Juice World." You know? Oh,
I'd believe it.
That might have to get hooked up to a couple things then, huh?
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, my mom's gonna have a hell of a time. But hey, yeah, I love you, Mom. I got this stand, which is an Iron Man helmet, because she loves Robert Downey Jr. and Iron Man. So yeah, love you, Mom. Got you a Christmas gift. I got Tyrion a Jey Uso action figure. And I got Zariah a pizza squishmallow. I can't wait for her to be older and actually like voice what she likes. You know?
I feel
like,
like
right
you
now-
could do that now.
Well, right now she's in that stage where it's like she'll say yes to just about anything that isn't immediately a dislike of hers.
Yeah.
You know, like she'll say, yeah, "Hey, do you want pens?" "Yeah." "Okay, do you want paper clips?" "Yeah." Like, it doesn't have to be anything that she actually likes. "Do you want $1 million?" "Yeah." "What's $1 million?" "I don't know." You know?
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, still waiting on her to, like... See, I hate shopping for, like, infants. I hate it so much.
She's a toddler now.
Yeah, but, like, even then, toddler status and lower. It's just... boring. So boring. You know? Like, I bought that girl a onesie that she's never worn.
Oh.
What?
Why'd you buy it then?
Huh?
Why'd you buy it then?
It was for... So, she's a November baby.
Yeah.
Her first Christmas, I got her a Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt onesie.
Yeah.
And it was on discount because
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt was not with WWE anymore. And, you know, there was also a Christmas discount. So, this thing that was $25, it was only $5. And the most dense thing I heard my mom ever say... Now, granted, this is a few years now. Few years ago now. I'd like to think that she's a better person. But she's like, "I saw how much that cost. You had to go so cheap on your niece." I'm like, wow. And so, yeah, I never saw it on her.
I saw it on her.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there pictures?
Yeah.
It's the yellow one.
Yeah, Sydney took a picture of her wearing it and sent it to you.
I gotta look into that then.
I mean, it was obviously years ago.
Yeah.
It was shortly after she was born. I remember that.
Yeah. But anyways,
It was like a month or two after she got it, I guess, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Side quest. Now, before we dip into yearly highlights, I want to ask us a very important question that we ask ourselves every single year in review episode we do.
I can't hear you.
I want to do a segment that we've been doing for year in review episodes. You know
Okay.
what that is?
No.
How have we been doing with our New Year's resolutions that we decided to do
Well,
a year ago?
there's still no one here sitting beside me other than Isaac. So,
Wait, clarify on what it was.
you remember what my New Year's resolution
I
was?
knew it was. It was to take a girl to Christmas.
Yeah, I wanted to.
Have a date to Christmas.
Yeah, yeah.
Any progress?
Not really.
No, there was an arc, but that didn't really turn out into anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't worry, I'm single with you now. A lot happens in a year, brother.
What does happen?
It's fine. Being single is actually just so much fun.
Not when you do it for 7 years.
Dude, come on, no. You've been able to be free in whatever you have ever wanted for the last 7 years. You are a single
I
bachelor.
mean, I've said it before. I
Yeah,
have
that's
just
the same
about
thing.
everything I've ever wanted, except a person to share it with. I guess at this point,
Really?
yeah.
I don't know.
I've got
man.
you, but you a bitch ass.
Whoa. Someone's calling me. Oh, that's my father. Well, this is going to be a 3-hour episode if I say, hey, we're recording. You want to talk about sports?
Yeah, never say that.
You know, he's called in. Dad's going to listen to this. Dad's going to listen to this.
Yeah.
And he has called me about saying, maybe you guys could do like a sports segment where you call me and like for like 5 minutes we could talk about sports. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, Dad, there's no way you could boil down anything to 5 minutes for what you want to talk about.
5 minutes will be 50.
There's been times where he calls me and it's 2 hours,
Yeah.
which I love it. I love
I
that
wish
we
my
talk.
dad would talk to me for 2 hours. I'll
But,
admit
like,
that. We just don't have anything to talk about.
I'm a very
don't do
long-winded
anything, you don't do
individual.
nothing.
I think it's hereditary.
You know what? I'd believe it. I'd believe it.
Oh man. But let's see. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, New Year's resolutions. So I remember what my New Year's resolution was, which was to declutter. Now, I can't give you a straight answer on how well I'm doing with that. I've definitely sold possessions in the past year, but not to an extent where I feel like I have officially decluttered.
I don't think selling possessions is decluttering.
I don't think that you and I agree on what decluttering is then.
Decluttering is getting rid of useless junk.
Okay, so then let me reiterate. Jordan and I have different views on what he thinks is useless junk.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's neither here nor there. The fact that I low-key, high-key moved back into Jeezy's and I've kind of abandoned a lot of things at my mom's. I straight up cannot give a straight answer on how well I've decluttered. I'll tell you what, it's pretty freaking cluttered right now, having a corner of a living room, and I still have things. It's not a lot of things, but I still got hats over there.
I gave
coats
you
over
a
there.
hat thing, and yet you...
That upside down chair is such a good hat rack.
Yeah, but
The legs are just
it's
it's
just
too good.
It's in the way.
It's not in the way.
It is, though.
Really, I take the hats off. It's suddenly like mostly clear, like the bedroom.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, those chairs need to be
Anyways,
taken to the basement.
with that
anyways.
said, I plan to continue my decluttering. I feel like I really want to go minimalist when I get my apartment.
You know what's really funny?
What?
You're like, I don't remember where the covers went for the lights, and they're literally right there.
Oh, nice. I feel like I had a couple more New Year's resolutions. I feel like I always have multiple New Year's resolutions.
I don't know.
I don't really remember, but decluttering is definitely one of them. And so I don't know. It's not applicable. I moved under crazy circumstances. I'd like to say I'm on any sort of measurement at least less cluttered than I was when I was dedicating myself to that a year ago. So I don't know. Yeah.
The Lions got their 13th win this season.
Hell yeah.
Most in their franchise history, apparently.
Hell yeah. They're gonna win one more
I think we might win one more.
and another.
I don't know about that.
I think there's only 3 games left.
Yeah. Is that of the regular season or?
Yeah,
is it-
yeah.
okay.
Because there's an 18-week season and 17 games. So you said 13-1.
No, they're actually 12-2, I think.
Oh. Interesting. Okay. Never
or
mind.
no, maybe.
Never mind. Yeah,
I
I
don't
remember.
know.
They lost a second game. I forgot.
I
to who,
think
but-
they're 13-2 actually
we're,
now.
we're getting too derailed. But yeah, we'll talk about what our new New Year's resolutions are next week's episode when we're doing career highs in 2025. You like that? Like that title?
Yep.
Career highs
Yep.
in 2025.
That's good.
Yes,
good.
sir.
We're up against the 49ers next week.
You'll win.
Apparently, the 49ers have not started.
They-
They dropped off.
They threw in the towel. Bro.
Didn't they have like a really good start to the season?
Heck, I mean, they did as expected at the start of the season, and then things just happened. You know what's stupid? I have quite a few 49ers players on my fantasy team,
Yeah.
and my season went exactly how their season went, which is, dude, I was like 5-1 to start the season,
Yeah, and then
and then I missed the playoffs.
you dropped off, dog.
Bro, I am
Oh.
so freaking mad because, dude, there was a certain point where I actually just wanted to drop Brock Purdy and some other 49ers player off to my bench, but I forgot to do it. I forgot to start Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin. If I had started them, I would be in the playoffs. If I had started them, I would be in the playoffs. But yeah, it frustrated me so much that I don't think I'm ever gonna have Brock Purdy on my fantasy team ever again.
I really brought it back during the second half
I don't
of the
think I'll have any
season
49ers players back on my team. They're too inconsistent. I hate it. I hate it so much.
because we
me
had
off.
our first playoff matchup
3 points.
for fantasy this week, and I beat Ray, which is pretty cool. Connor beat Mike, and
I think Soren's
everyone else
gonna
had a
take
bye
it.
week.
I think Soren's the sneaky second best team
You really?
in the league. Bro, do you see how many points he
Well,
dropped?
he's at second place right now.
Do you see how many points he dropped?
Yeah. That is kind of wild. Let's see, what was week 15 like? Because I think that was a you and me matchup.
I think Mason
Yeah.
is secretly scared of 2, maybe 3 people in the league.
I think one of them might be me.
It is.
Because, like, I'm kind like I said,
he
I
keeps
kind of
texting
come up.
about you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not to me personally, but like he said good game to you.
Oh, that was about the
He's
the
got
Bears.
tabs on you.
That was about the Bears
Oh,
Lions
you
game.
think so?
I had spoken to him earlier.
Okay, never mind. But I do think that he worries about you, and he worries about Connor, and he worries about Soren. I think those are the 3 people he's worried about.
I just got so many reports. Oh my goodness. On my players, there's like everyone has a fucking little
But hey,
snippet.
let's get into the meat and potatoes of this episode, which is reflecting on the entire year that was 2024. Are you ready, Jordan?
No,
Why?
I'm scared.
So Jordan and I we put together our lists from month to month, the cool things that are worth mentioning from each month. You ready?
Yeah.
What happened in January, Jordan?
Hang on, I gotta switch back to that. So, January. I had my first escape room I had ever done with some great friends.
Oh, really?
Too Many Words episode.
Yo!
What?
Is that all January on your phone right there?
No, it's 2024.
Oh, thank God. Okay. I guess you have it organized different from mine. Yours looks like a paragraph. Damn.
It's the entire year. How did you got yours organized?
I have mine organized like...
That's like way too much effort. Too Many Words episode 73 got a bunch of views in January, which was pretty cool. And then Syme fell on his ass in front of our front door.
That's the highlight?
Yeah, because it was funny. I mean, I felt bad for him still, like really bad. But it was still funny. Foot Locker at Merle Hay Mall closed, and I got a pair of red Vans for 50% off. Yep.
Dang, that feels like it was like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
That's... Whoa. Okay.
And yeah, that's my January.
All right, I'll share my January. My January consisted of... we got to do the second installment of Unfadable, which is interviewing Kyle Peterson. We did that together, remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That was in January. That was almost a year ago now.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to see him again in February.
Mm-hmm.
That's really special, you know? Because, like, I interviewed him as a fan, and I look back and I'm a little bit embarrassed, you know?
Why?
Because, like, I was, like, totally fangirling a little bit too hard there, you know?
That's probably why you were so mean to me that day.
I was very nervous about that. I was entirely nervous about that. But for us to have come so far with him now, and that we can confidently call him like a homie, a friend,
Yeah.
you know, and like he actually listens to the things that we have to say and like keeps tabs on those things and to bring them up in later conversations. That's really considerate of him. And so, you know, I consider myself lucky that we can call him a friend.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, that was the start of really cool things, you know. So, yeah, interviewing Kyle Peterson, that was a big thing in January for me. And we also, stylistic debut of our intro to the Too Many Words podcast. The famous, I'm a Ninja Turtles fan. I will ooze on whatever I want. I don't watch a lot of movies. I go outside. This one drink tangent. But yeah, for a long time I had wanted to get an intro, a theme to go at the start of our podcast episodes, and we've been running with it since January, Jordan. Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
Jordan, what are you doing right now?
Texting Syme.
I know. About what?
Calling.
So, how quickly can you set that up?
I don't know. Probably pretty quickly.
All right, I'll talk about my February while you set that up. Then.
Well, I don't know if he wants to.
You don't know if he wants
That's
to?
what we're talking about.
He says up to you.
I said, no, it's up to you.
Oh. I think he wants to. I think he's doing one of those things. Where he's like, he'd be really sad if he didn't get involved. He had a year too, you know.
Yeah.
I'll talk about my February, all right, and I'll talk for as long as I need to, and I'm really good at that. All right. So my February consisted of, of course it's this part. So I had the absolute blessing of meeting the band Lynn D and Joseph O'Brien. Those are Pulse artists. I shouldn't say Pulse artists. Those are Christian artists
That we play on Pulse?
that we play on Pulse. Yeah. Meeting them was pretty cool. Found out that Joseph O'Brien was a movie guy, and he followed the podcast on Spotify, and I thought that was pretty cool. That was pretty neat. And yeah, we had a chat about movies, and I forgot what movie had come out in the past 2023, but he was just talking about how awful it was. It was funny, but yeah.
I think it was Asteroid City.
What?
I think it was Asteroid City.
You think so? You think he was dogging on Asteroid City?
That's what I remember. I think I remember it being.
Yeah, it's whatever. A lot of movies came out in 2023, and we were absolutely blessed. I saw a crap ton of movies in 2023. You know, I should probably just do the 52 new movies again. You know? What do you think, sir?
I think I'm trying to find this thing.
All right. But yeah, got to meet them because it was for Winter Jam. And Winter Jam was either later that day or later that week. It was probably later that day because they actually had to fly in for the tour for Winter Jam. And so, yeah, it was probably later that day or whatever. Or the next day. It doesn't matter. But, yeah, that is a Winter Jam that I will never, ever forget. Because if people can recall me talking about it in previous podcast episodes, I got the privilege to be on backstage and on stage at Winter Jam 2024. And there was a segment where we were throwing Frisbees on stage to promote the radio station. And there was this big guy that came up behind me. He's like, "All right, time to go." They were really tight on time. They really wanted to, hammer that home. And so I get nervous. I'm like, okay. And I try to make my escape as quickly as I can. Well, I had to step around this guy, and I accidentally kick a stage light off onto the ground. I always say this when I tell this story. I will never forget the sound of at least 10,000 people going, "Ooh," at the same time at the center of an arena. That was crazy. That was absolutely crazy. And I stop, and I want to fix it, but this same big guy, he's like, "I'll get it." He was not happy. He was not feeling the love of Jesus Christ that day, all right? But anyways, yeah, it was a highlight and also a blooper reel for my life. All good. I love telling the story.
Hello.
I wasn't even like, I didn't even
Hello,
die of
Andrew
embarrassment.
Syme.
Oh, he's hooked up?
Yes.
Hello.
I'll put my headphones on.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah. Be part of the conversation.
I wish I had a...
How are you boys?
We're
always
all
look-
right. How are you?
I always look weird with headphones.
I'm good. I'm just cooking up some crack in my kitchen.
Nice.
All right, what are you actually making?
That's actually accurate. He's making crack.
All right,
Christmas crack.
All right, what's he actually making?
Christmas crack.
All right.
Christmas crack.
For legal purposes, what is he actually making?
It's called
Christmas crack. That is what it's called.
How do you make Christmas crack?
It is saltine crackers, caramel, and chocolate.
All right, thank you for telling me what it actually was. Anyways,
For legal reasons.
yeah. Syme, you probably don't have a list written down, do you?
I do not.
You do not? Can you recall anything from your January worth mentioning?
For January?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I switched over to overnights. at the paper mill.
That was in January? I thought that was like a lot longer ago than that.
All right.
I'll be honest.
Cool.
Nope.
How about February?
I took Miranda out to dinner for Valentine's Day.
Oh God, that reminds me. I had the worst Valentine's Day this year.
Yeah. We don't need to talk about.
Nothing could beat that for worst Valentine's Day.
I guess I could go back into my photos and see what I did
Oh
for.
my gosh, dude.
Well, you did your February. At least you can. While I'm talking about my February, you can look at that. Look for your March. All right. So for me, my February was I was able to print off my D&D map, and that was a big thing for me because it kind of leveled up my D&D game. That was the first real level up I think I did. I think I've done a few different ones since then where I've just kind of evolved and like been better as a dungeon master, and I think that helps a lot. Isaac wouldn't know because he doesn't play in my games anymore, but
Nope. I abandoned him.
He did. And then I launched What's New Wednesday in February, which is kind of a big deal.
What's New Wednesday?
What's New Wednesday is the solo podcast slash,
No, that's March. That won't work.
solo podcast that I have for toy news and, just for me to show off my collection a little bit. Anything new that I get. But yeah, that's that. We haven't done an episode this month because the holidays. I'm gonna be sure that I get one done for sure come January, just because holidays, Christmas. I'll probably get a couple new things. But we've been really busy, so I've been really busy, so I have not really just had the time.
So busy that there's no graphics for an episode. So
Yes,
far.
I've noticed that because it showed up in my YouTube feed, and I was like, "Why does that not have a graphic?"
I know, dude. When you get home from work and the first thing you have to do is edit a freaking Christmas special, and I gotta do it again. I gotta keep editing right after recording this.
Yeah.
And things are balls to the wall right now.
Yeah.
And
Is that really in February?
what, sir?
Oh, I was still remodeling Jeezy's basement in February.
Yeah.
Nice. Some might say you still are.
It's yeah. But he hasn't actively done it lately because we put it on a hiatus.
Yeah.
But
My March consisted of a few things. We all should have the same thing for one thing of March.
March?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Isaac is correct. It's on my feed.
What is it, guys?
It is our red carpet event.
Yes, the
Oh.
red carpet gala where we
I didn't even. Yeah, you know what? That's why. Because I didn't have any photos taken of me. Because these fucks went and took one without me.
Thank you for reminding me of that photo. That
Did we go without you?
No, I was there. You went and took a picture without me. So I have no photo proof that I was there.
Hey, you got on the news.
I didn't.
Were you there?
Sign did. It was all signed.
Were you really there?
Shut up, Simon. I'm gonna beat your ass. So I didn't even put that on my list because I forgot about it.
I hope they invite us again for that.
I would love that.
The sad part is that I don't have any pictures from there. I have a picture of me in my suit at home.
I don't even have that.
We're in a
Oh,
podcast.
man.
So I'm cooking.
March, I pulled a cool Pokemon card out of one of those Pokemon tins that I had gotten, and I was also on an episode of Ice Cream Sunday.
Hell yeah!
Go to bed.
You go to bed.
I love you.
For the rest of my March, it was my first and only.
Use your own
so far.
toothbrush.
Mine's broken.
March is also the same month that I started my weight loss journey.
That's awesome.
Nice. How many pounds have you lost so far?
I've lost 100.
That's awesome, bro. I've almost lost 100.
March is also the same month
Aren't you only like 30?
that Perry has opened a vape shop.
Oh, nice.
Apparently, that's in my camera roll.
So for March, I went to 3XW. That's a professional wrestling show that visits Woolies sometimes. That was fun. That's actually one of the events I ran into Vinny Cataldo at again, where we recognized each other.
Big Vin.
Also in March, I met Matt Cardona for the first time, and that was nice.
Got rejected by Matt Cardona.
It doesn't matter. And I also met Shelton Benjamin. And looking back on it now, Shelton Benjamin would have been on One Good Question, because it was through a guy we have a connect with as to why Shelton Benjamin was there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Shelton Benjamin was in the same WWE rookie class from OVW as John Cena, Randy Orton, Batista,
Really?
and Brock Lesnar.
That's crazy.
Yeah, people don't talk about him as much. He's severely underrated, and I talked to him about that, and he's like, "Hey, you know, I understand that it's a business and stuff like that, but, yeah, he had a. This is why I should have recorded it. He had a great answer, a very professional answer, and dudes, like, it's really hard to look big on TV when you're surrounded by other big guys like Brock Lesnar on TV. Shelton Benjamin is one of the biggest guys I've ever ran into. Really, like
That's
his
crazy.
arms are huge. It's crazy, but yeah, that was especially a big wrestling month for me in March. Your March?
Wow,
I already read my March.
Oh, okay. Wait.
yeah, not much happened in my March, but I can tell you what happened in my April. If we're ready to
Yeah,
move on to
April.
Move on to April.
April is when I started my house hunting adventure.
Nice.
It is also
was a
it was
saga.
Jeezy's birthday, and I bought him birthday presents.
Yeah.
420.
I also went to the Wild Lights at the zoo.
Nice.
Let's see, what else did I do in April?
Yeah, what you doing? Oh, Simon? Yeah, you still got stuff?
Yeah, it looks like I also finished the wiring for Jeezy's basement in April and started my infuriating journey trying to rewire a lawnmower.
Yay!
Yeah.
My April was I got a really cool big purple transformer that I had pre-ordered for a while. It was a limited. Like they only made I think 3,000. I don't. It's 3 or 5. It's on its foot. I could look later. That showed up on What's New Wednesday. That was really cool. Let's see. April. I got a really cool Linkin Park. What's it called? Stereotrope? Something like that. It's the ones where like if it spins at a certain RPM, you get an image on the vinyl, and you have to have like a certain shutter speed in your camera to see it. And yeah, and that was the Paper Cuts singles album that they had released. It was really cool.
Nice.
How was your April?
My April, I met our friend James for the first time. James Ward in April.
It was no. 'Cause
Yes.
you would have met James at the D&D game that we had at Symes for his birthday.
I was there for that.
Yeah.
Yes, you were.
I don't know. I don't
Although
recall.
I do remember Isaac and Dustin showing up really late for that, and it might have been after James had already left.
Probably. Because yeah, I very vividly remember meeting James in April. You know where I met James in April?
Where?
Boothing at
Yeah.
Merle Mall by myself without you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was actually a barrier that Scald Stone broke for the first time, which is our first booth ever. It
Yes.
was at Merle Mall for a little. What I forgot what it was called, but it was like a Renaissance fair, but it wasn't a Renaissance fair.
Bohemian Arts Festival.
Yeah, Bohemian Arts Festival. But yeah, that was our first booth ever. And it was like a little cute little Kickstarter booth. You know, we haven't improved immensely from that, but yeah, that was our first booth ever. We beat Des Moines Con to it, doing that little Merle Mall thing. And that's how I met James. That's my entire April, by the way.
May. How was your May, Sim?
My May actually was pretty busy. It was the start of going through the process of closing on a house and ending up not getting that house due to weird things, which is fine. I apparently was really big into Lethal Company.
Yes.
Finally got the lawnmower to work, like turn on, but the blade broke, or the ignition for the blade broke. I bought a crossbow. My final sibling finally graduated.
Your final sibling.
Yes, I have two of them, so now I don't have to go on to any more graduations.
Have you outlawed your parents into having no kids? No more kids?
Considering that one of them does not have the capability anymore of doing that. Yes.
You got one spade?
And then the final day of May, I got to experience what it's like to be pepperballed.
Oh, yeah. You know, your parents could still adopt. Big
then I will kill that sibling and absorb them.
In May, my mom had her surgery, her big surgery, to remove the big mass inside of her.
Yeah, tumor.
And then I also got that really cool curio cabinet and installed the lights and stuff, and then got that all set up in May. And then at the end of May, we took our trip to the Quad Cities.
Yeah. Davenport trip is the only thing I have listed in May. I don't think I did jack diddly squat out of that.
We did a lot in June.
I think I had a very stressful May. I had a very stressful May because it was ramping up into what happened in June.
Yeah.
But it was fine. But the Davenport trip, Quad Cities trip, it was a very nice vacation where we had Whitey's ice cream and did a lot of other local hero stuff like
Putnam Music.
what's that pizza place? Low Pies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Low Pies. It was good. And we plan on doing it again, actually, here soon in the first semester of the year.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
June.
June. Can I say it? Who wants to say it?
I'd say, Sim, avoid the big ones, but talk about your June.
Okay. In June, I finally closed on a house. I bought a new gun. Let's see, what else?
Typical
More
Sim.
lethal company shenanigans. Yeah, that's all I got other than the big one for
I had
June.
the
Well,
biggest-
and I also removed a thermostat from existence.
Oh yeah, he shot it right.
Yep.
My gun misfired, and I severed it from existence, all existence. It went away. It no longer exists.
In my June, I got a Lego truck. We had the ice cream social in June. I don't.
Yep.
I'm gonna say that one because I don't think that one's. It's not as big as the big
Ice
one that
cream
we're.
social is awesome.
It was awesome. That was amazing.
I
Like, that's
I
not what I
avoided
was
that because I
expecting.
thought that was one of the big ones. Because I've got a bunch of cool edited photos by Isaac of me being included in the group photo since I had to leave early.
Yeah.
And then I had my big birthday D&D game where James started coming to our D&D games every week. And
The
that
ice cream
that's
social
awesome.
was so special.
Yeah.
Like legit, I would do that again.
Yeah. Too bad they
Like
don't
if a
exist anymore.
if a miracle
Too bad it
happened,
won't ever happen again.
if a miracle happened and two people started to like each other again, I would definitely be down to do that again.
All right.
I-
And
Isaac, talk about your stuff so we can talk about the big one because
And
I
then-
have things to talk about.
I'm going to avoid How because it's coming up here in a second, but I also
Okay.
met Steve Burns in June, which was cool.
So, in June, the best thing that ever happened to me in June is that my Nana gave me a Walkman.
A what?
A Walkman.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I think it was
Isaac
actually
will-
from my grandma Kay. Actually, she was cleaning out a lot of stuff from my late grandfather, and he had a Walkman, and so she just gave it to me. Got my grandpa's Walkman, biggest flex of the year for me.
Great grandpa.
Yeah. Yes, he was a great grandpa. I also went to my first AEW show. That was actually really exciting. I got floor seats. And yeah, watching Will Ospreay wrestle, sharing a room with Chris Jericho, sharing a room with Swerve Strickland, my favorite AEW wrestler. That was an absolute blessing. Did not enjoy it as much as I should have for very obvious reasons in June. Let me just say, I got broken up with in June. My life has been freaking great ever since then, actually.
That first month was like really awful.
That
But, like,
first
since
month,
then-
my heart
Yeah, I was gonna
broken.
say, are we just gonna miss out on the like first part of that where we? Were
I
just,
will say that it was a highlight. Now that I think about it, okay, like I never really blatantly ever said it on the podcast, but yeah, I mean, people could put two and two together.
You've said it.
My
before.
girlfriend broke up with me, right? And I was very upset for a while, but the amount of times since then where I've just been so happy and had like this is the greatest day of my life type of moments. It's just so great. It's so freeing. I am not under that jail cell of emotion that I had put myself under in that relationship. We're not going to go into details on like whose fault it is or anything like that. I think most of the relationships I've been in, it's a combination of both, anyways. And so we're just not going to get into the gross, gritty details of why that messed up. But
Yeah, so shut the fuck up.
my life has been freaking awesome ever since then, bro. And I'll tell you why. Because another thing that happened in June, and the last thing before the big thing that happened in June, is that I started going back to salt. Like, I started committing myself to Salt Company and going back to church and really locking in what my community for church is going to be. Because it was really up in the air for a few years about which
Speaking
church I
of
was going to go to.
my soul.
Sorry. But yeah, getting closer to God. And this is for you listeners out there. If you really feel like you're stuck in a rut, if you're facing something challenging right now, if you're facing something that you could consider an emotional Mount Everest, or something just so super hard, and you're doing it on your own, guess what? You are not on your own. Jordan, you gonna get that, bro? Good God.
Trying.
Jordan is getting. What is it? Food. Hello, delivery person.
Hi.
Jordan. Oh, of course it's Domino's. Is it the same person? Yeah, you have a saga with that delivery driver. Anyways, yeah, I just decided to like lock in because I really wanted like-minded church friends, and got closer to God. Getting closer to God. Hey, Simon, you're making a lot of noise, dog.
I'm sorry.
Getting closer to God in any situation, I promise, your life will be brighter. Your problems will be lighter. It's an absolute blessing that I can sit here, a level above homeless, a level above broke, a level above poverty, and still say that people look up to me because I have a God in my life. I can be confident every day because I have a God in my life. And that was probably the most pivotal thing that I decided to do in 2023. And amongst the awesome things that Scaldstone has done, that this podcast has done, that my filmmaking has done, the awesome things that we did this year, the best thing I did was just invest more in my relationship with Christ, and that was finally dedicating myself to a church and Salt. So, forever thankful.
Wow.
All right, and now
You sure do love Jesus.
moving on to July, because that's nothing else happened in June.
You freaking Burger King.
What?
We also had Des Moines Con.
Our first Des Moines Con, baby.
And only as of right now, but
That was really special. But yeah, we met Steve Burns, former
host of Blue Clues.
host of Blues Clues. I was going to go with host, but I didn't know if that was right to say. But yeah, first host of Blues Clues.
I also got to meet some of the cast from Hell of a Has-Been Hotel.
Hell of a Has-Been Hotel.
Haluva Boss.
Well, one of them
Haluva
is
Boss.
in Hell of a Boss, but
But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff we could probably talk about that alone. But yeah, if you really want us to expand more on that, just go watch the actual episode of Des Moines Con, or maybe the reflection episode that came after that. Probably
We're gonna have multiple Des Moines Con episodes next Des Moines Con, which is
I'll let you
gonna be
do
crazy.
that with however you want to do that.
Yeah. Same goes for Twin Cities Con. Pretty much any of the second versions of the cons that we're gonna do are gonna be a little bit different, where we have multiple episodes. It's gonna be an episode for every day of the con, so that'll be different. It'll be fun. It'll be good.
Yeah. See, yeah. But yeah, moving on to July. Anybody got stuff to talk about for July? Anybody?
I
blow up their
finally
hand?
moved into my new house.
How about that?
Wow!
You homeowner, you.
Look at you. Not just a homeowner, a landowner.
Yeah.
Imagine being a landowner as well as a homeowner.
For real, though, like the absolute freedom to just customize whatever you want about your home.
And to just walk outside and be able to fire my firearms into the air for no
Right.
reason.
Well, I think you do still have neighbors, and I know that you care about them, and you would not want to do that. You would not want to disgruntle them.
What do you mean? I can walk outside and fire guns. This is the country.
Yeah, I mean, I think the neighbors have the same mindset that they probably also want to just go out and shoot
I mean, okay.
a guy.
Did you do anything else in July,
But
Simon?
yeah, super jealous of Simon for that.
I think I did 4th of July out here, but I was off for several days due to my move. Let me check real quick.
Well, you took too long. I'm going to talk about my July.
Okay, I'm going to talk over you your entire July.
Hey, Jordan, this is the part where you talk.
Hang on, sorry, I'm muting Simon.
I know.
Don't mute me. Don't worry, Simon. I'm just talking about you inappropriately.
I did some.
Can someone please talk about their July?
He was about to, and then you interrupted him.
I found a bunny at Jeezy's house once Jordan started murdering them with the lawnmower.
Oh yeah, that was interesting.
I moved my chickens out here, and they died due to a raccoon.
Savage attack.
But I got my revenge and killed the raccoon that killed my chickens. Let's see. I legitimately went outside and shot some guns.
Nice.
And then I bought 16 more chickens. Jordan went to some weird party and sent me a video of it. I got a new tattoo.
What kind of weird party did he go to?
I don't know what he's talking about.
He sent me video evidence of him going to some weird work party.
Oh, he's at a lot of those, to be
I didn't
honest.
go to. Okay.
Yes,
Well-
you did. I have video evidence.
I don't. It's not that I don't believe you that I went to a thing. It's just I don't know. I don't know which one. Okay, whatever. Either way,
That just goes to show how
my
many
July
weird
was
parties he goes
I
to.
had a paintball.
Worst sport in the world.
And I didn't play, but you know I enjoyed watching all my friends that play paintball.
You
And
made the
then
right decision.
after that I went over to my buddy Weston's house. You know, we had drank some alcohol, had some fun. Isaac was there. He played the game with us. I bet you that's what Simon's talking about. Actually,
Yeah.
thinking about it.
That was the one with all the food, right?
Yeah.
Dude, what I would do for just brats in my mouth right now. Ugh. It's too bad it's 10:30 right now. I would so just jump at like Hy-Vee brats right now. Oh my gosh.
My grandma and grandpa had their 50th wedding anniversary. That we threw a big party for them.
yeah!
That was
And
pretty
I was
fun.
not there.
Yeah. Isaac instead had to do something else, which I'm sure he'll talk about.
What was that? Something?
You were boothing.
I was boothing again?
Yeah. It's the entire reason why you weren't there, remember? Because I really wanted you to be there, and you're like, we gotta do this for the company.
That's right. Yeah.
Actually, we were lying. We weren't even at a con. We just didn't want to go.
Let me write that down.
Oh, it was so not notable for you. You didn't write it down. What a punk. It's kind of not really a highlight, but it's a low light. But there was that big tornado in Urbandale, which was kind of scary. I was at work. I guess that's the first time I can really say I've been through a tornado, which was kind of crazy. And then I saw Bowling for Soup live.
I also was not there for that, but
That was for
Vinny
a different
Cataldo
reason.
was.
Yeah, he was. I saw him and I talked to him.
Yeah. Or is that your July?
Yeah, it's my July.
All right. Well, so you said that there was a tornado in Urbandale?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was also a tornado on the Ice Cream Sunday podcast. That month they broke up.
Yeah.
Yep. Unfortunate. They were supposed to be my booth buddies at Art Mart.
Oh, yeah. Art Mart Des Moines.
Like they were supposed to be right next to me, and we were gonna be cool and have fun and all this stuff. But you know, that then just turned into one of the. It was a very boring day for me personally, because like I'm a podcast and I'm at an art convention. You know, people aren't really going for me. You know.
Yeah.
But I had tamales that day, so it was a good day. Made some money. I sold a T-shirt. It
Yeah.
was good.
Yeah.
It was good. That was also yeah.
The day that Isaac started smoking, hence why he's coughing like
Yeah.
he's dying.
That month we actually launched Love Pastor Debbie as a podcast.
Nice.
Yeah, and
Nice.
she's actually she's this close to half a year of podcasting. We should throw her a party or something.
Yeah. Happy half birthday.
Yeah, we get her a half cake. Yeah.
August?
Whoa! I'm not done with July.
Oh, okay. You seemed like you were done.
I was in the 4th of July parade. Due to my occupation, the job that I have, but what's really special about this year is I was in the parade and people actually like knew me compared to the previous year.
Told you, he's a minor celebrity.
Like It's the Urbandale 4th of July parade. Not only is it the town that I grew up in, which, helps with a lot of people already knowing me, but like having a year under my belt working at Pulse,
Yeah.
people were like, Isaac. I will never forget. I will never forget this one kid shouting my name, not because he knew me growing up or anything. He's 10. I wouldn't know him any other way other than he loves listening to me on the radio, and that's really cool. He's like, Isaac. He was on the other side of the road, and I hear that, and I run across the street, and I give him a fist bump, and it's the weirdest feeling, just giving someone a fist bump, but to that kid, he was like, oh, whoa, like that's so cool.
You're somebody's famous person.
I wouldn't say that I'm a famous person, but
You are somebody's famous person. Think about that. Like that's an unarguably true statement.
yeah, and it's only going up from here, baby girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just really special. Like,
Anything else you gotta say in July?
to do that. Yeah, let me
I don't
see.
think so.
Oh yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine came out.
That was in July.
Yeah, we all saw that.
Yeah, we did.
I saw it twice in theaters.
We
It
saw
was-
that
it
with
was that good of a
Nevin. That
movie.
was pretty cool.
That was my first B&B theaters and Ankeny experience with the super wide screen.
Yeah.
And then probably the most irrelevant little thing I did in July was shoot Peace Walker.
Yeah. Most irrelevant. Absolutely,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Just nothing. That's
Yeah.
not even. You might as well just delete that.
Yeah, you know what? I think I will. I think I will.
All right.
But yeah, shooting a short film is probably one of the biggest highlights of my year. So thank you to everybody involved. I love you guys. Yeah. I really do love you guys. Like
I suck at doing that,
everybody
you know.
involved. I actually do have like something in my heart for them, and I'll never forget that.
Yeah, you just said that like 3 times in a row, like in
I don't
different
care.
ways.
I don't care.
I love them more than my
That's how much I
podcast.
love them.
They're just so awesome. But just
I don't
appreciate
like them.
everything
In,
that they
in
do.
like them.
August, Syme had some fun. What'd you do in August, Syme?
I bought some 4-wheelers.
And then you had to like return one.
No, I didn't return it. I just took it in to get fixed. And then I went and saw Fluffy at the state fair, which was fun.
Yeah, I did
Also
too. I
got to
forgot
spend
about
some
that.
time with Isaac at the state fair.
Yeah, that was cute.
She was there. It was pretty awesome. I got to see a fight at the Fluffy show for no reason.
That's cool.
I think that's really it for August. I didn't have a whole lot.
Really? All right. Actually, what? He might be conscious of that.
He might be doing that on purpose.
So we'll just hold off.
Yeah.
August, we saw Greta Van Fleet. Me and Isaac saw Greta Van Fleet together.
It's Isaac and I.
Me and Isaac.
It's Isaac and
Me
I.
and Isaac.
This
Me and
proper
Isaac because I'm
English
bigger than you.
prick.
This is an intellectual podcast.
I am bigger than you. I'm higher on the food chain.
Says who?
Fat bastard.
Okay.
I don't.
I'm quoting
Okay.
Keep talking.
Austin Powers,
Keep,
all right?
keep talking about
All
your
right,
August,
all right.
baby girl.
Yeah, we went and saw Greta Van Fleet. That was an amazing show. We saw Megan there. That was awesome. She's
Shout
always
out to
awesome.
Megan Drake. She's the best. If you need a photographer, go to Megan Drake or Spotted Dot Design
Photography.
and Photography on Facebook.
I also got my Camaro running in August, which was a big thing for me. Very happy about
Yeah. And then it broke down.
Yeah,
And let
I
it fall
immediately got
apart.
depressed again.
And then he had to sell it
I didn't sell it. It's sitting out there.
for $3 in a roly-poly.
Okay. And I think that's about all we did in August. Yeah. What do you got, Isaac? What'd you do in August?
So I had to work the Iowa State Fair, and my car blew up.
Yeah, that did happen in August, didn't it?
Yeah, it was awful. It was awful.
Now you're driving that thing.
It's a borrowed
Now
car.
you're driving
I still
that.
haven't fully recovered from that incident. It's crazy. Yeah, I also went to a concert and I met Zon T, one of my favorite Christian rappers, and I met Blanca, who has an amazing voice. And yeah, just being able to talk to both of them, tell both of them like what my favorite songs of theirs were and how much it meant to me. You know, this is still post breakup Isaac phase. Like Blanca has a couple songs that I healed from, dog. Like, and giving her the satisfaction of that, I think it's really important to, when you have an experience with something that someone has made, I think it is important that if you have the opportunity to give them that moment and say, hey, this thing that you did helped me out. I think that is one of the biggest payoffs in any creative field. You make a movie, you make a song, you make a painting, you know. If that can help someone emotionally, it's worth bringing. It is almost your responsibility that you let them know that. Like, I know that you're probably going to do that if you meet Linkin Park.
Although it's unlikely that I get to meet them.
Yeah, but like I know
Yeah.
that you would take up that responsibility and let them know how much their music means to you.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I did with 3 Days Grace when they had that Q&A, you know?
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it for August. Moving on.
Simon, are you sure that there's nothing else you did in August? Yours was kind of short.
No, don't think so.
I don't know if he's messing with us.
I don't know if he's messing with us either.
What am I possibly forgetting?
Go on. You're allowed to say it if you think, if you know it.
I don't.
I think he's being legitimate. We had the
No,
second.
let him get to it. Let him get there. What did we do in August?
Hanging deer heads. Applying for jobs. When was that? September had gone too far.
Did Homie not take any pictures that day? He probably didn't.
Oh, that's probably why I don't remember.
Well, I'm just gonna say it
Yeah,
now.
go ahead.
We had our second annual live event, the Too Many Burgers live event, aka the biggest thing to happen to our podcast.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was on stage for like an hour and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, not very memorable, you know.
Oh, I can't believe that. That's like our biggest hosted event.
Yeah, that's just our biggest event. Like, to me, I guess, yeah. Like, it's bigger than any con, like, to us. And specialer to us, I should say.
It's definitely like sentimental. The most sentimental time of year.
It's the
for
most
us.
significant. I wouldn't say bigger is not the right word. It's the most significant.
Yeah, because like it's our event. We host it. We run it. We organize it.
Yeah.
We pay for it. It's tough, but it's also super.
And we
exciting.
definitely outdid the first year.
Yeah, we did.
I don't know.
Oh,
how,
yeah, by a lot.
But, like, we definitely did. That's crazy. It was a great time. I'm very happy.
Can't wait to see year 3.
Year 3 is going to be baller.
Year 5. Year 5, we have to do a wrestling show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have to. Because that's going to be our last one, right?
Less as Too Many Burgers, yes.
Yeah, last Too Many Burgers. Then it's going to be a slow, hard transition into it being a, not just Too Many Words event, but a Scaldstone Podcasters Convention.
I really think that could be something.
You think so?
Like, I do legitimately believe that.
Because, like, I don't think there's really podcaster conventions.
Not really. I mean, I think there is some, but, like, there's nothing, like, big, I'd say.
Well, it won't be big when we do it.
I mean, not yet. Yeah, not yet. But I'm thinking, like, someday it's going to be, like Comic-Con, but for fucking podcasters, man.
Well, here's the thing.
Comic-Con, but just for Jordan's imagination.
Us podcasting for just about 2 years, 2.5 years now, we've come to know a lot of podcasters now.
Yeah.
Podcasts. If all it takes to make it seem big is to just invite 50 different podcasts,
Yeah.
Hy-Vee Hall, boom. Boom, baby. So that's going to be expensive, though.
Well, hopefully at that point we'll have like sponsorships and people that can help us pay for that.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, too many burgers.
September.
That was nice.
Simon, what was your September?
All right. So my September
Sounds like
was
he's got a lot.
pretty busy. I was in the thralls of removing flooring and putting in new flooring in the Perry house. I successfully applied for a different career choice.
Cardboard mill.
Cardboard mill.
Ball bearing mill, okay?
Mm.
None of that weak, papery stuff. Nah, just, and then I went and saw my brother, who is now in college, play in. His team played at I think it was Omaha.
Nebraska.
Did you
So
hear that vape hit?
we're at the Baxter Arena watching some hockey. And then on September 30th, I left on an adventure.
Yeah, across the ocean.
See, I only have one significant thing that happened to me in September, and it barely even happened to me. The only thing I have wrote is peppers.
Simon's wife blessed us with peppers. We didn't know what to do with them for a little bit, but yeah, all
So we
had.
did stuff with
Oh, yeah.
peppers.
We were
I
trying to
made
put
a
peppers
fuck
in
ton of
every
pickled
entree.
peppers.
And
They're
then,
still
like,
in
what?
there. They're pickled now, but they're still in there.
Are they still in the fridge?
There's some in the fridge and there's some on top of the fridge.
Okay, because my brain has phased those out. I really want to try them.
Go grab
They're
a
in
jar.
there. They're
Do
in
it on
there.
the podcast.
Go grab a jar right now.
I don't want to do that right
Do
now.
it right now.
I don't want to do it right now.
Do it right now.
Nope.
No balls.
Pussy.
I only have one thing written down for September, and is that
Is it also peppers?
I went back to Arizona to celebrate my great grandpa's birthday. But we don't call him Grandpa; we call him Papa Ed. Papa Ed is a legend. It was his 90th birthday. We also celebrated another relative's birthday. He had turned 70. I had forgotten, or maybe it was 50. But either way, I had forgotten what his name was. I'm so sorry. But
What?
yeah, we celebrated my Papa Ed. He's a more direct relative than the other guy that we were celebrating, so forgive me. Sorry.
Don't forgive him.
Fun fact.
Remember his name.
Well, not so fun fact. Sorry.
Side fact.
Side fact. Yesterday, my Papa Ed passed away.
Oh.
Yeah. See, the way I feel about it is the same way I felt when just a year ago, his wife, my Mama Lo, great grandma, passed away as well, which is, I don't get
Sounds
too
poetic.
crazy. Yeah, honestly. The last year of his life, he missed his wife. And now they're slow dancing in heaven. It's crazy. But the way I feel about it is maybe I'm just a little bit more emotional than when I lost Mama Lo, is because I didn't have any adult memories with Mama Lo. These past couple of visits to Arizona, I got to have, intelligent conversations with my Papa Ed. You know, conversations I never had when I was a little tyke when they were still living in Iowa. And those conversations I'll have forever, you know, and it's really special. And I'll be thankful for my Nana and Papa for bringing me those couple times, you know. Rest in power, Papa Ed. We love you. So, October. What happened in everybody's October?
Simon, how was your October?
Great. I was in another country enjoying fine cuisines and wine. And
Oh, he went to
walking
Mexico.
everywhere. I went to Italy.
Oh. Europe's Mexico.
But yeah, fun fact: we'll never be going and having multiple Airbnbs. I will have one Airbnb, which I will leave my luggage at, not have to wheel it around Europe ever.
So you plan on doing this again?
Oh yeah, I plan on going back to Europe, just a different country in Europe.
Yeah, there's a lot of countries to hit in Europe. There's Germany, there's Spain, there's France, Italy.
There's Poland. There's
Well, I wouldn't want to
Bosnia.
I would want to go
there's-
Poland. There is where's
You know,
there's
I'm gonna make a
Ireland.
trip to Bosnia just to visit Armin's parents.
I gotta go to England for my
be
homie
funny.
Cheesy. That's like bucket list level stuff.
We're getting sidebarred here.
No, we're not.
But yep, I had a fun time running around Italy, and then let's see what else happened while I was in Europe. I got to see the Vatican. I got to see a bunch of fine art while I was there. I've got like a bajillion photos from Italy. Let's see what else happened in October. It was my wedding anniversary. 2 years of being married to my wife.
Only 2. That's crazy.
Yep, this trip was actually our wedding anniversary trip. In October, I set up my trail cam and have tons of photos of deer. I had Jeezy come in house, sit, and after I got back, me and Jeezy shot guns in my
Nice.
backyard. I also have a picture of just a confetti-filled Jeezy house from October. And I started playing Fortnite in October. Because Isaac is interesting.
Infectious. He's infectious. He's an infection.
I'm an influencer, baby.
You hate that term.
I do.
For me, I had my camping trip in October that I took without Isaac.
What camping trip?
That we went up to Decorah, went fishing, and
Oh,
had a bunch of fun.
sounds like
Oh,
With
yeah,
Landon
I
and
forgot we got that in October.
Sounds
Well,
terrible.
you didn't go, but
Sounds like something I wouldn't go to.
although I would like Simon to come next year if that's at all possible. But that's something we
just
can
in case
talk about
Isaac
later.
flakes out again.
Confetti cannons. That was that time that me and Jeezy both bought a confetti cannon at Walmart, came and blasted Isaac, and that was very funny. That was a forever
not
memory.
funny.
It was hilarious.
Nope.
The best part was that they weren't even intended for Isaac.
Nope. Well, it went from Isaac to Simon back to Isaac again. So,
I just found it funny because Jeezy was telling me about it. He's like, I originally bought it for the intent and purpose of hitting you with it. And I was like, oh.
And then I was just in the right place at the wrong time.
that's more like just because Simon left.
Yeah.
Sorry, you became the target after I left. And then we also made a major purchase in October.
Oh, you did? What'd you make?
I didn't make anything. Technically, this is I guess it is mine, but like it is used by the podcast as well.
I thought the RV happened in early November.
Nope, October 31st. I have a picture of the RV with my truck next to it. So
Oh, okay.
nope,
Well,
happened late
we'll have
October.
to change that out.
That's right, podcast. You can't remember when we bought a freaking RV.
Well, it really did seem like it was a November thing, like.
Well, I mean, it was October 31st that we bought it. So I mean,
Because like
basically-
we
guess
bought it
fair
for the
enough, yeah.
convention, and I remember us getting it like just days before the convention.
Yeah. Anyways, and then I also got started a new job at the sandwich shop in October, and then we got the RV in October, I guess.
Yeah, I had a star-studded October.
I just got a lot to talk about.
My birthday, always a goodie. Always a goodie. I mean, sorry, this just goes back to being exhausted. But yeah, we threw axes, we ate good. We stunted on them hoes with a good outfit, you know. And it was a good day overall. That was our first time hanging out with Vinny outside of accidentally running into each other.
Yeah,
It's kind of weird. We have the most unique connection with him.
we do.
But yeah, also Fall Retreat. Fall Retreat was, just another SALT event. But it's not just another SALT event if you're picking up on what I'm putting down. But the Fall Retreat was absolutely amazing. You know, I got closer with the people I wanted to become friends with. And I'm really glad that I was on the same team as a lot of other people I've wanted to be friends with. Go Green Beans. Green Beans! We won. That was sick. And yeah, I really hope, and I really do mean this, I really hope that the people that I got closer with that weekend, we continue to get closer. I really want these friendships to flourish, and I just want to see where my life goes with them. And so, I also went to Las Vegas.
yeah.
Yeah.
For your birthday.
For my birthday, I saw the Raiders eat booty in person.
Well, you also saw something else.
I saw the Golden Knights kick booty in person. Bro, they dropped 7 goals. That's crazy. But yeah, it was awesome. I only have my papa to thank for that weekend. Papa has been so freaking clutch this year, bro. It's not even funny, bro. He acted in my movie. He took me to Arizona. He took me to Las Vegas. He helped me take my nephew to a hockey game. Like, what? Papa, like, bro. I'm gonna repeat what I told him on set. He's not allowed to die. For real. Papa, you gotta be here forever because you gotta keep blessing us. Like, Papa's been
Sorry,
awesome
Papa,
this year.
no death for
Bro,
you.
Papa has been so clutch this year. Like, not even like it's not even funny. Like how freaking providing he's been this year alone. Like he's awesome. He's awesome. But yeah, and then the most important thing that happened in my October. Do you know?
No.
What's the most important thing? Come on.
Nope. I
Come
ain't
on.
got no idea. Nope.
My sister
Fell down some stairs.
got sick.
Kennedy, his sister Ken, got baptized.
Yes, she
Oh,
will
wrong
now
sister. Never
experience
mind.
eternal life and the good part of eternal life. And a sibling that can get saved by Christ, once in a lifetime experience. It's amazing.
That's my bad. I thought it was the other one.
It's all right. Yeah, it's my October. How's everybody's November doing?
Pretty freaking good because one of them is funny.
Okay.
So I got left behind, but Jordan came in clutch and got me a autograph from their adventure without me because I couldn't go. That's okay. And then Jeezy's house got a new mascot.
Oh no.
God. Oh
Michael
God.
Senor Footy.
Yeah.
The foot.
A weird prosthetic foot.
No, don't call it a prosthetic. That's not what it is. Just a weird foot will do.
Okay.
But yes, he is the new Jeezy house mascot.
I made Sign put a sock and shoe on it, and then they put Miguel Myers on top of it.
Yeah.
Now he's perfect in every single way.
Yep. Let's move on from that one.
And then I voted.
Hey, to some people that's a big highlight, actually. Like some people,
Just-
that's really significant to
Just
them.
the delivery. And I voted.
And had Thanksgiving, which was fun. I got to make some pie.
Wow.
And then I've got that's this month. We'll wait on that.
You guys have been reminding me of things that I've also been doing this year.
In November, for me, Linkin Park dropped a new album.
Who?
Linkin Park.
Who's
The
that?
people
Who?
on my the representation on my wrist
Is
here.
that like an indie band or something?
Yeah, the brand new indie band, guys. Wow, it's crazy. Shut up before I
Who the
beat
hell
you
is Linkin Park?
with my frozen solidified turd.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Sure.
I don't know who Linkin Park is. I'm old and out of the loop.
Yeah, explain who Linkin Park is.
They
what did they
were
do?
able to drop a new album. They picked up a new
How's their lead singer doing?
and
This-
they dropped
this
a new
did
album
not answer my question.
in November. And it's a really good album. I really enjoyed it. I highly recommend it. A lot
Young
of
man,
people
you
don't
have
like
not
it.
explained to me who this is.
So yeah, that's certainly something you can definitely I definitely recommend checking
You're
out.
gonna remember to turn him up.
Probably
Okay.
he's not all the way down,
Okay.
isn't that right, Simon?
Did you just turn me off?
No,
How fucking dare you?
I said no.
To be mean to your elders, young man.
Jordan always abuses it when he has
Um,
control of Simon's volume.
The Peace Walker movie finally came out. That was pretty good. I was happy to have finally been able to watch that in its full entirety and premiumness.
That makes one of us.
I got
I'm
a
kidding.
lightsaber.
I love the movie.
That's pretty sick. Lightsabers are awesome. I also got 3D printer. That's pretty sick. 3D printers are awesome.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
You got that this month. Why
No,
are you
I-
skipping months, dog?
No, I got the 3D printer in November.
When?
Black Friday.
Oh, you did not receive it in November.
Let's see. Let's see. Let's
the
see.
real question is, does it matter?
Yes, it
Yes.
does. When was the setup? I have a picture of the day I got everything I needed and had it set up. It was
Huh?
December 7th.
So not November.
I'm sorry.
Line second shit.
All right, Isaac, how was your November?
My November was pretty great, yeah.
Wake
the short
me
film
up
debuted on
in September.
our YouTube. Hey, are you good?
Yeah.
All right.
Are you good?
My short film
Yeah.
debuted on Skullstone Productions YouTube channel, and dog, it averaged 100 views a day for the first 3 days, and that was crazy.
Is that at 400 yet?
That's a really good question. You should check that while I keep talking. But yeah, I got the privilege to take Tyrion to his first hockey game as well. And, Thanksgiving was Thanksgiving. I surprised my mom by bringing all my friends to
It's at
Thanksgiving.
370.
Nice. Bringing all my friends to Thanksgiving because she was worried about being alone for Thanksgiving, which, she suddenly was not because I have a boomerang sister. Yeah. And then Twin Cities Con, right? Twin Cities Con.
Yeah, Twin Cities Con. That was the big one.
Yeah, that's when we really started cooking for One Good Question.
Yep.
We locked in with Mike Kingston, Dave Wheeler, Lou Diamond Phillips, Mark Thompson, and Eric Cannon. Whoo! All those goodies are coming out at you soon, babies. But yeah, it was an amazing experience. I feel significantly closer to Mike Kingston since that second con.
Yeah.
I feel like him and I are homies. We got each other's backs, and he's a genuine guy. Like I think that's like the thing that stands out the most for me from that con is that although I couldn't talk to him as much as we did at Des Moines Con this time, I just feel like that's just a legit homie. That's all I gotta say. Legit homie.
Legit, homie.
Yeah. We also did really well for subscribers too. We almost got to 300. So yeah.
We've been sitting there ever since.
Yep. A few and
All
far
right.
in between.
December. Son, what do you got for December?
I got nothing.
I only worked 10 whole days at the paper mill, and then I've been on vacation for most of it, mostly deer hunting.
Have you tagged anything yet?
No, I haven't, because the deer are smart. I don't know why they are this smart, but they are. They hide from me. I had the greatest experience ever. I was sitting in my deer ground blind, and a buck passed by my left side. Well, since I'm sitting in a very noisy, creaky chair, I did not turn and just start blasting. So I sat patiently and waited. And, of course, it went around. And then all of a sudden, I turned to see how far along it was because I could hear it on my right-hand side to see if it was going to come up front. I then witnessed this thing reel back, jump up into the air, start snorting wildly while it ran into the woods. And then about 2 minutes later, I hear the connecting of two sets of antlers in the woods.
Oh.
So I got cock blocked by another buck in the woods.
I would have hunted them down and been like, okay, now I get two.
Yes. There's nothing scarier to a deer than a 6'3", 285-pound man running through
They're
the
going to
woods
be
with a
distracted.
rifle.
They're distracted by fighting each other.
Deer? They're the most attentive things in the freaking world.
Well, there was two bucks fighting each other.
Except for when cars are coming at them. Then they're
But
just
yes,
like...
I was very disappointed. So I've taken yesterday and today off from deer hunting to give everything a chance to recuperate from the deer season because they like to hide and only come and eat at abnormal hours that I am not allowed to hunt at, so that they can get better acquainted with my stuff again, which is fine. And then I will go and shoot them all.
Yeah.
I hope you do get to.
Jordan,
What?
your December.
Okay. That's My December. That's a Linkin Park song. They have a song called My December. Anyway, it's My December.
Hit him now!
My buddy Charlie, he came over to visit me and his family members that live over here with his wife and his kids.
He came?
Which was really cool, and it was nice to see them. And then we also recorded our Christmas special this year.
We did?
Or this December. Yeah.
Wow.
Really wish Simon could have been part of the Skullson
was.
gaming content.
Oh, no.
Thanks for interrupting me.
Well, he was in the episode.
You better get
Dare you
tased.
interrupt his story?
Sorry. Go ahead.
But Simon needs to fix his Rockstar account, which we got to do that.
It's okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, my Rockstar
If we
account
had
has
Sime-
told me to go F myself because
If we had Sime join, it'd probably be 3 hours of content. I had to down.
Yeah. Just because, but at least a lot more of it would have been really funny too.
Yeah.
Seeing him and James interact together in Grand Theft Auto Online. Oh my god!
Get back here, James. Get back here and love me. There's nothing but gunfire. Explosions.
All right, Isaac, what do you got for December?
That was the debut. After talking about it for a few months and racking up episodes, we finally debuted one good question.
Woo!
Yeah, that's our short form.
Rob Van Dam.
Yeah, that's our short form content series. Because it's so popular these days. But yeah, we scored our first. Our first guest was Rob Van Dam, and he was just as excited as we were to be the first guy to do it. And so, yeah, that video got over 1,000 views on our Instagram, and a lot of people liked it and enjoyed it. And yeah, just these really well edited 1-minute interviews. They can take us far in the future, I believe. And it's gotten a lot of interaction with just the first 2 episodes so far. So yeah, we got Rob Van Dam out and Mark Thompson out, and so that is that's a thing that looks pretty promising coming into the new year. And
Although he hasn't uploaded the Mark Thompson one up to YouTube.
Not YouTube. I forgot about YouTube. See, I uploaded.
I do
it
forget about our most
because I uploaded it. I uploaded it on socials while I was at work because I had already forgotten to post about it at all to begin with. Okay. It's a new habit that I gotta form. It's a new series, and so yeah, I gotta be on the ball about it. I'm sorry, I got a third job. I got a third job.
This guy,
and I guess that's another thing I could talk about. My December, I got a third job. I am a UPS driver. Okay.
I was gonna say pizza delivery boy, but that works too.
I'm a UPS driver, and yeah, that's been keeping me busy. There's a lot of things I have not gotten able to do.
He has yet to deliver a package to Jordan, though.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Jordan doesn't order through UPS, I guess.
I do, but
you should more so that we can hopefully get Isaac on the house camera delivering our package.
Yeah, looking all cute. But
all right.
Yeah, that was our year. Sime, I recommend you be part of next week's episode because next week's episode, to those listening, will be all about our big goals and our big plans and expectations for. Say it. We're hitting career highs in 2025. Yes, sir. So yeah, next week's episode, as tradition. Coming right after the year in review is the expectations for the new year. So, yeah, Happy New Year to you listening right now because this is obviously the first episode that comes out in 2025. You can listen to the Too Many Words podcast on Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, really. And if you want to find us visually, go to Scald Stone Productions on YouTube, and we got a whole series there and much, much, much more. So, yeah, we are only just a fragment at this point. But, the premiere of what we do here at Scald Stone Productions. So, yeah. Jordan, where can we find you?
God, we haven't done that in ages.
I know. I'm trying to implement new habits. New old habits.
You find me on TikTok. It's just Jordan. Isaac.
Can we find you on TikTok?
Yeah.
Is it going to be up by the time this thing comes out?
Huh?
TikTok might go down in January.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, yeah.
It's not probably going down. It is.
Dude, we got to start saving a lot of our old videos.
Yeah.
Because there's some actual certified hood classics in our TikTok content.
I never got a TikTok.
When the fuck TikTok? Why is TikTok going away, man? I spend
it's the only social media that is not American. America doesn't trust anybody starting a social media.
I spend hours of a day.
Every every social media causes people to hurt themselves. It's called self expectations.
I disagree, Simon.
I think that's a debate. That's not true because people have been stupid since the beginning of time. Well, that's not true.
Well, don't. The whole Tide Pod thing, that was before TikTok existed.
Yeah, the Cinnamon Challenge.
The Cinnamon Challenge was, that came from YouTube. There's definitely lots of actually stupid before TikTok was a thing.
The entire YouTube pranks era?
Yeah. Stop hating on TikTok just because you want to. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
I love it.
I mean, you do constantly send me Facebook Reels, so... That's literally the exact same content.
It's the same...
Do you know how many... Do you know... Every once in a while, it's every day, motherfucker!
Hey,
No.
You know what's funny? Sime makes short-form video content. It's just on Snapchat.
Yeah, that's funny. That's true, he does. Private use? If it's private use, it's okay.
If it's peer pressure...
Alright. That's enough bickering. That's enough fighting. Isaac, who or what do you dedicate this podcast episode out to?
Well, you can find me on Instagram.
No one cares where we can find you, okay?
Isaac.w.joseph. Find the podcast and Skullstone Productions on Instagram at Skullstone at Too Many Words Podcast.
Isaac, answer the question.
Who or what do I dedicate
Yeah.
the podcast episode out to? My Papa Ed.
Okay. Thank you, Papa Ed.
Thank you, Papa Ed. You lived a full life, an amazing life. This man has acted in 2 official movies.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Simon, who or what do you dedicate
I'm
this
not
podcast?
done!
Yes, you are!
My Papa...
We are at an hour and 57 minutes! We are done with you!
My Papa Ed died. Give me some more time. Who's he telling to hit?
I don't know. I assumed it was me hit Isaac. Okay.
But yeah, thank you, Papa Ed. He was really awesome to chat with. We talked about movies a little bit, and
This guy, I swear.
What? Okay, moving on. Moving on.
Simon, or what do you dedicate this podcast episode out to? Okay, fair enough. Jordan, who or what do you dedicate this podcast episode out to? I dedicate this podcast episode out to Isaac's mom, Dusty, because she's going to receive an Iron Man Amazon Echo, and it's going to be pretty cool.
Okay, can you give me an actual dedication?
That is an actual dedication.
Why?
I don't know. It's the first thing that came to my mind, man.
Throwing it up for my mama, huh?
I guess.
Alright.
Man, I dedicated it to Parmesan cheese one time! You're gonna complain about that one?
I'm not complaining, I'm just confused. But yeah, we are done here.
We do love
It is late.
The-
I still gotta edit the podcast.
recently passed Papa Ed. He was great. He was awesome. He loved Isaac, and Isaac loved him. I don't mean to cut Isaac off, but we are running really long, and I want to get this.
Papa Ed is the reason why I stopped being self-conscious about how old I was getting. Still trying to go to college.
Yeah.
He definitely, it wasn't I take a lot of influences from what keeps me going. And Papa Ed was he was definitely one of them. He was one of those guys that's like, hey, you got a dream, stick with it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Is it sad?
yeah, Yeah, that'd be the saddest episode ever. Plus, it would be about a bunch of people. See, the thing is, it would be about a bunch of people that our listeners do not know, and so they're not like invested. You know, like if we're still doing this in 30 years and something happens to Nana, yeah, we're gonna do a super cut.
I'd be surprised if we were still in that. I don't think it.
So, she'll be 94.
I guess fair.
Eat a dick! My dad would probably be dead. He does not expect himself to last very long.
Really?
Yeah, he's torn up his body with drugs and alcohol.
I guess fair enough.
That's how he takes it.
We'll see. We'll see. All right. Amen on. Amen on 3.
1, 2, 4. Amen.
3. Amen.